Last month, a woman named Helen told me something that caught my attention. She said, "I earn more money today than I did 5 years ago." And honestly, that sounded like good news. 5 years ago, she was earning less, living in a smaller place, being more careful with every expense. Today, she earns more, lives in a better apartment, has a better phone, can afford things she couldn't afford before. On paper, her life has improved. But then she said something strange. "At the end of almost every month, I still feel broke." She looked at me and asked, "How is it possible that I'm earning more money but still have almost nothing left?" And the truth is, Helen isn't the only one asking that question. Millions of people are earning more than they ever have before, yet somehow they still feel financially stuck. The money comes in, the money goes out, and every month feels like starting over again. If you've ever opened your banking app halfway through the month and wondered, "Wait, where did all my money go?" then this video is for you. Because in many cases, the problem isn't your income. It's the habits quietly taking money away before it has a chance to change your life. Today, we're breaking down 7 money habits that keep people broke even when their income keeps growing. And trust me, the last one is so common that many people don't even realize they're doing it. But don't skip ahead, because the habit holding you back might actually be number 3. Or number 5, or one you never expected. Your first time here? Welcome to TEM Money Reset, where we break down money, wealth, and financial habits in simple ways that actually make sense. If you're serious about building a stronger financial future, subscribe and join us. And before we start, tell me in the comments, have you ever earned more money than before, but still felt broke? I'm curious to know. Now, let's get into habit number 1. Spending more every time you earn more. Imagine you get a raise next month. Nothing huge, just enough to make life a little easier. At first, you're excited. You tell yourself, finally, now I can save more. Maybe I can start investing. Maybe I can finally get ahead. But then something happens. The food you used to order once a week becomes twice a week. That subscription you've been using for months, you upgrade it from starter to pro. The things you used to think twice about buying suddenly don't seem like a big deal anymore. And every time you spend, you tell yourself, "It's just a few dollars. It's not that expensive. I deserve it." Now, none of these things are bad on their own. That's what makes this habit so dangerous, because you don't notice it happening. Little by little, your spending grows right alongside your income. Then one day, you look at your account balance and wonder, wait, where did all the extra money go? Not because you bought a mansion, but because of dozens of small purchases that quietly became your new normal. That's called lifestyle inflation. And it's one of the biggest reasons people earn more money every year but never actually feel richer. This next one is a big one. Second habit, rewarding yourself for everything. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself once in a while. The problem starts when every little achievement becomes an excuse to spend money. You had a stressful week? Let me order something nice. You got paid? I deserve a treat. You completed a project? Let me buy myself something. And before you know it, money is leaving your account faster than it's coming in. The funny thing is, most people don't even see this as spending. They see it as self-care. But if every win, every good day, and every bad day ends with spending money, your bank account will never get a chance to grow. Sometimes the best reward isn't buying something. Sometimes it's keeping the money you worked so hard to earn. Here's another mistake people don't realize they're making. Habit number 3 is never checking where your money goes. Let me ask you something. If I gave you a piece of paper right now and asked you to write down everything you spent money on last week, could you do it? Most people can't. Not because they're bad with money, they're just not paying attention. The money comes in, the money goes out. And that's about as far as the story goes. Then, at the end of the month, they're frustrated because they feel broke, but they don't actually know why. Here's a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, write down every single thing you spend money on. Everything. Even the small stuff. Because the moment you see where your money is actually going, you stop wondering where it went. And trust me, what you discover might surprise you. Here's even the worst part. Telling yourself, I'll start when I earn more. Habit 4. A lot of people have a plan. And it sounds something like this. When I start earning more, I'll save. When I start earning more, I'll invest. When I start earning more, I'll finally get my finances together. But here's the problem. If you can't manage a little money, more money usually doesn't solve that problem. It just makes the mistakes bigger. In fact, the Bible says in Luke 16:10 that whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. The truth is, good money habits don't start when you become rich. They start before that. Because the people who build wealth aren't waiting for the perfect income. They're practicing with what they already have, even if it's not much. Now, this is where a lot of people get stuck. Habit number 5, saving whatever is left over. A lot of people don't have a saving plan. They have a saving hope. They tell themselves, I'll spend what I need and whatever is left, I'll save. But here's the problem. By the end of the month, there's usually nothing left. Because spending always finds a way to expand. A bill shows up, something breaks, you see something you want, and the money disappears. Instead, try flipping it around. Save first, even if it's a small amount. Then spend what's left. Because if saving only happens when there's extra money, it usually never happens at all. Let's move on to habit number 6. Trying to look rich. Let's be honest. A lot of people are spending money they don't have to impress people who aren't paying attention at all. The expensive phone, the expensive birthday dress. This lifestyle that looks great on social media, but behind the scenes, they're stressed about money every month. The truth is, looking rich and being rich are two very different things. One costs money, the other builds money. And some people spend years chasing the first one while completely ignoring the second. And this next habit might be the most dangerous one of all. Habit number 7, thinking money is the goal. A lot of people spend their entire lives chasing more money without ever stopping to ask what the money is actually for. Think about it. What's the point of earning more if you're always stressed? What's the point of making more? What's the point of making more if you're never saving any of it? Money is a tool, nothing more. Its job is to give you options, freedom, and peace of mind. But when money becomes the goal itself, no amount ever feels like enough. And that's why some people earn a little and feel content, while others earn a lot and still feel broke. The difference isn't always income. Sometimes it's the habits behind it. Before you leave, I want you to go back and think about habit number 7 one more time. Because out of all 7 habits, that's the one that changed how I think about money the most. The other habits tell you what you're doing wrong, but habit number 7 explains why. If this video helped you, hit the like button so I know you want more videos like this. And in the comments, tell me, which habit hit you the hardest? For me, it was habit number 7. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. I'll see you in the next one.